The Malaysian film industry is experiencing steady growth driven by a combination of government support, increasing local talent, and a rising demand for diverse content. Film production has seen surge in both independent and commercial projects, with local filmmakers exploring a wide range of genres from horror and action to socially driven narratives. Distribution has been a challenge with streaming platforms like Netflix, Astro, and Disney, offering new opportunities alongside traditional cinema releases. The festival scene, led by events like the Malaysian International Film Festival Miffest, continues to provide a platform for local and international filmmakers to showcase their work, attract investors, and engage with global audiences. While challenges in funding, censorship, and market saturation persist, Malaysia's film industry is steadily carving a place in the international entertainment landscape. My name is Abid, and this is What's Stewing. Joanne Goh, the visionary founder of Jazzy Group of Companies in Malaysia, a powerhouse in the entertainment industry, Joanne has been instrumental in bringing world-class concerts, film productions, and international events to Malaysian audiences. With a keen eye for talent and an unwavering passion for the arts, she has played a pivotal role in shaping Malaysia's entertainment landscape. From organizing star-studded music festivals to producing groundbreaking films, Joanne's journey is nothing short of inspiring. Since the last 8 years, Joanne has been successfully organizing Malaysia's International Film Festival, Miffest, which is one of the best we have in the region. Welcome, Joanne, to What's Doing. Thank you so much for taking time out and coming in and doing this interview.
Thank you for having me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Joanne, tell me one thing. You wear so many hats. Means you are a producer, you are a distributor, you do live shows, and you do one of the biggest film festivals in Malaysia, the Miffest. How do you manage, all of it, and what drives you to do this on a regular basis?
Yeah, I wear so many hats. Like I started my business in 1998. After my graduations, I started business in premium OEM for the corporates, and after the year 2000 onwards, I actually jumped into the entertainment business in music industry. Started to help the artists promoting their album, doing a lot of kind of like fans meeting, especially started with the Taiwanese singer, and then followed by the Hong Kong singer, then Malaysia singer. So from after the year 2000s, after year 2000, been a long journey. I started doing the show after year 2000 with the Hong Kong singer, and 2013 I started my journey with K-pop. That's people call me K-pop mama during that time. I actually the first company bringing K-pop to Malaysia.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I started bringing K-pop to Malaysia at the same time as I diversified, ventured the business into US. So I brought K-pop, a lot of Korean singer to USA. I brought them like yearly. I do more than 10 shows a year, traveling to the different states like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco. I started my business in Texas. During that time, there's no K-pop there. Just from Jazzy US, we started the company in US. So that will be quite a big success during that time. After the venture into the concert, we do the shows around the world, and I started Malaysia International Film Festival in the year 2016. That happened coincidentally with a friends having cup of coffee, and we chit chat about the cultural, because that guy is Mr. Wen, is actually a Taipei Golden Horse CEO.
Okay.
Wen Tianxiang 老师. We're having a tea talk and our conversation, and he came to Malaysia because of searching and looking at the Malaysian film. And we talk about the entertainment industry. And he said Malaysia should have a film festival during that time. Even though he loved Malaysian films so much during that time, and we actually that time we already have Ola Bola. During that time, I think the movie also went to release in Taiwan as well.
Okay.
So he said, Malaysia is such a rich culture. We have 3 different languages, different dialect. Then he suggests that, why you start up with the Malaysia Film Festival. Then I say, I don't think it's possible. Even though that I love films since young, I so admire during every year we watch Oscar, we watch Cannes Film Festival Award, and we even though focus on Asia, Hong Kong 金像奖, Hong Kong is a 金像奖, and then Taiwan is Taipei Golden Horse Award.
Yeah.
We look at the red carpet, look at who is the winner of the year. So that is really my dream, but never know. It's happened. It's happened. Malaysia, Joanne Goh. I think during that time, even though I pick up some efforts to trying to do something on the film related, but I think it's quite difficult because of my mentor, Mr. Wen, and my second mentor is Mr. Kim Dong Ho, the Busan International Film Festival founder. I managed to have
mentors,
him.
you know?
Yeah, the right mentors. The 2 mentors actually to inspire me a lot. And they even helping me to have a full setup of Malaysia International Film Festival. It's quite a tough job. It's uneasy at all, but we make it. We make it.
You've done a fantastic job. You said in the 8th year this year, right?
Yes.
And and as I have seen in the last 8 years, how it has progressed,
Yes.
and it has progressed in the right direction.
Right.
And because we have been to Cannes and in
Yeah.
the US, and I think what you're trying to do and making a Malaysian industry seen by the global players, I think you're doing a fantastic job, by the way. And I hope this year is going to be way better than, and I really know that it's going to be way better than what it has been done in the past.
Yeah, my baby Miffest is growing, 8 years old this year, and a lot more to share. It's really a fantastic lineup this year. We have a good program, but of course that we are still we wanted Miffest to be a better, and that's my visions. Wanted Miffest to be one of the renowned film festival in the world. I think we do kind of like I think I did a good job to promote
No, you
the
have.
film
You have
festival.
done a fantastic job.
Yeah, and that's my visions. Want to be a Southeast Asia hub to represent Malaysia as a Southeast Asia hub. I would love to have the Southeast Asia country using Malaysia platform as one of the landed to sharing, networking on their films. This is really that I want it to be one day.
It's getting
become
there.
true. It's getting
It's
there.
getting
We're very,
there.
very near.
It's getting
Yeah.
there. So I'll take that as a cue and move into your as a producer for films. You know that has been there for some time. You
Yeah.
produce some really good stuff, and whether it's in Malaysia, in Taiwan, and other countries, and the major successes you had in producing films. What inspired you to become a producer? Because you started off with music, right?
I started from premium business to music industry, and fall in love with film industry as a producer, as an EP, executive producer. I think that one that was started since 2017 after the Miffest. After Miffest, it's been like I spend most of my time yearly traveling to a different country around the world. I attended Cannes Film Festival, Tokyo Film Festival, Shanghai, or Asia or European country film festival, and I actually get to know a lot of renowned filmmakers like directors and actors. I actually slowly inspired by them to actually make myself to become one of it. So that's why I started JC Pictures in 2017, and I still remember the first film. It's a Malaysian film. I support from Palarae, Want to Jaga.
Yeah,
I think during that times they actually short funded. They still need financing support. So that will be my first move to actually be part of the producing Want to Jaga. But even though I think that film is actually allowed me to make some profit from there at the end. Yeah, but of course I'll be facing some of the issue on the censorship during that times. But at the end we passed through, and we are on the big screen, and it's really quite a happy moments that and I never have that thought that my name is on the big screen. It's make it, and during that time it's like tearing, Joanne Goh at the end, like
it's a moment of pride, It's a moment of pride,
correct. And I still remember after the Wantu Jaga, I continuing pursuing, getting a good script. I wanted to make a good films. That's I still remember in Shanghai Film Festival, I met the script writer and also an actress, Wu Kexi, and we met in Shanghai. And she showed me the script. I say they're actually asking me to be part of it as a producer and EP. And at that times, I look at the script, I fall in love with it. It's called. It's during that time. I do not know. You still remember that about the Me Too movement, Harvey Winston, and she shared me the script story about insider for the Me Too movement. So it's called Nina Wu. We managed to successfully, and we worked with director Midizi, and one of the director that I quite inspired and quite well-known, renowned directors, and I watched his past few movie. I quite like him actually. So having a chance that he direct Nina Wu in this movie, and we managed to go in competition 2019 in Cannes Film Festival. That's my second film. It's like making me even wanted to go further, to pursuing further into my career. So would like to happy that can make more good movie.
But what are the key elements you look for when you're producing a film? Before you said the script was great and you really liked the script.
Yep.
Apart from that, what are the other key elements which you look at?
It's still the storytelling basically. From the beginning until today, I will still pick the right script. I think everything from the movie, before you're making a complete films, right, you still need a good storytelling, and you need a good script. So when I read the script, I think the script is actually making me interested into it. I will definitely go for it, and I will making a full force to actually to find a good partner working with the films, especially with a good script. Then we will find a good director, because some of the story, it may not be come from the director. It may be come from the screenplay script writer. So we need to find good combinations with a good script, with a good director, and come with a good actor. So this is the basic things that I pick and choose to produce the film.
But see, there's a creative part of it, and then there's a commercial part of it.
Yes.
How do you put both of them together so that both points win? Both survive.
Actually, it's a good question. A lot of even media friends is asking me how you do the producing films that they ask me will you pick artistic film or either commercial? Of course, the artistic film is actually the intention is going to the film festival, especially when I started filmmaking. Definitely, film festival is my priority, because wanted to create a name. So that's why all films must go to the film festival and chance to networking, or even though if like for example my second film Nina Wu went to the Cannes Film Festival in Uncertain Regard. This is really something proud to share, and from that moment the name of producing Joanne Goh is been like, paying attention to the others people. They will definitely look for you if they need a producer to produce their film. So that's why artistic film are able to go film festival. Commercial, hardly. So that's why I need to balance it. So basically that now I have a name, I will definitely go for a money-making movie, a commercial, definitely. So, but still, I wish my films we can participate into the big film festival.
Again, they have to make money also for you to make another movie.
But now I think it depends on how you do it. Like for example, there's a few movie like Parasite. Everywhere everything's everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
They are artistic film, but they actually package it into a commercial way. You make it in a commercial way. You can do that.
Yeah.
You can have an artistic way of storytelling, but you can package it nicely to make it a commercial.
So,
Yeah.
what difficulties do you find in producing films in Malaysia?
So far,
Let me
It's,
let me rearrange that
yeah.
question.
yeah.
What are the challenges you face in producing films in Malaysia?
Of course, when I producing Malaysia films, the first thing have it in my mind is the story. Are they, because I know that the censorship issue happened in Malaysia. Normally, I will pick the story to avoid those censorship that will be giving me a trouble. So normally I will pick the story friendly to Malaysian audience. Friendly, I mean, must be friendly to the censorship from the government. Avoid those censorship will happen. So this is my the challenge of I can't do any films as I wish. Like I wanted to do the LGBT one, but definitely the film may not be able to screen in Malaysia. And I wanted to do some films that, you know, I actually work with Bront Palarae on the second feature. But still, in our library right now, I know that the censorship may not be passed through in Malaysia. There is the story is quite sensitive to Malaysia, so it's quite tough to like pass through. So for me, a challenge to making a films, it depends on what I want. Is it the films I make here, I export to other country, then I can pick any of the story I wish. But if the story I want to make the films based on Malaysia audience, I will do something that decent to according to the censorship.
And
brought.
also the cultural sensitivity.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
And how do you navigate issues, about funding? I mean, censorship you already talked about,
Yeah.
how you navigate that. But making a film viable and make commercial success, although artistic story,
Yeah.
how do you navigate yourself where funding is concerned so that the film gets made?
I think the only one things that I can think of right now is a co-productions between country to country. That we can get the co-funding from other country. Easy, like if I have a good story, I think it's a more viable and easier way to co-produce Malaysia to Singapore, because I'm trying to getting a grant or even though the support from other country, I will
Yeah.
go for pitching. I will go for introducing my story. So normally I will do that. So like for example, I will get the soft money from the festival, from the government, and partly is from the investor, pure investor, or myself that will invest part of it basically.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think nowadays, if you're not doing
Co-production.
co-production, I
Yeah.
think you are just, putting a
Tough.
nail in your coffin.
Yeah, exactly. Especially at this moment, the situations of the cinematic economic is not that good. So as you can see that what we're facing right now, as a producer, is really a tough jobs to getting money from the investor basically. Even though last time we are able to get funding from the OTT platform, they will invest, become their original, but now, no.
No, because the OTT
Difficult.
platforms are seeing
Yeah.
it from an ROI perspective. Because they are seeing that, okay, we're going to make an original. This is going to give us so many thousands of subscribers.
Yep.
Which Malaysia is a small country,
Yep.
and they will never be able to do the whole
Exactly.
ROI business here.
Yeah, exactly.
If they want to be a part of the industry and be seen as that, okay, they are supporting the industry, then it's a different thing altogether. But OTT platforms now think that, okay, we are investing X amount of dollars.
Yep.
And in return, we need to have this much so that we can keep on making
Exactly,
new content.
exactly.
Which is not happening, and that's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why OTTs have stopped commissioning shows and films in Malaysia.
But I'm lucky enough. I can do my own nights films co-producing, and as well as that the OTT platform also like commissioning myself that we can do a good movie story, and they actually pay us the
Yep.
money. We can do.
Means
Yeah.
that's the smartest way to do things
Yes.
at this
Yeah.
point in time, knowing
Right.
that commissioning is drying off.
Yes.
Even from local broadcast perspective, I think that is the
Quite a settings,
yeah,
yeah.
so that's very smart from a business perspective.
right,
That's
right.
the way to go. I think so.
Yes.
So how do you see Malaysian films competing with international productions at this point of time?
Seriously, I can say that there's no way to compete with each other because Malaysian film is hardly go abroad. We trying to pushing Malaysia films to abroad. Even myself, I actually carry a duty through Miffest. We do a lot of international collaborations with like the recent one Far East Film Festival in Udine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring like Abang Adik
Yeah.
won so many prizes in Far East Film Festival, and Italian they actually bought over the film released in Italy. Is such a quite a good news that even though I brought Zu Arifin, Azira, our tablet siblings, and many Malaysian films to abroad and trying to introduce it to the international audience. This is the first step we should do. And because a lot of outside of Malaysian country never watched any Malaysian film before. And I started doing it through the festival platform to introduce Malaysian films to the international stage. So this is the first move. Because competing local and international, there's no way. There is a two different audience.
Yeah.
Malaysia now, I can say that the Malaysian productions and Malaysia films box office is getting better. And as you can see that the local audience are attracted to the story. And Malaysian productions is getting better and better. And even though the storytelling or even though the filmmaker can do better work compared to the previous past 10 years ago. Yeah.
So they're
And-
getting smarter because they're
getting smarter.
Because first of all, they've got so much of access to international content.
Yep.
So and then they say, okay, we are seeing this stuff happening on the screen, whether
Yep.
it's on television or whether it's on the big screen. How can we make below average, quality
Yeah.
product?
Yep.
And I think that's where the new filmmakers are also waking up
Yep.
to produce and to direct.
Yeah,
things
they
which-
meet the criteria
Yeah.
of the international
Yes.
standard right now.
Yeah, so I think we are on the right path at this point of time. I think some great directors and great producers
Yep.
are looking at the quality of it, of all their product, and
Yep.
that's one of the reasons why people have started going and watching local content
Yeah.
in the theaters.
Yep.
That's my reading on the.
And I can see that
market.
the local support local.
Yes.
Yeah, even
Yes.
though as you can see that Taiwanese support Taiwanese film, Hong Kong, they support Hong Kong film. Now Malaysia, they support Malaysia films. As you can see that even though our local industry are competing with each other, which is a good sign, I can see. Because when you compete to each other, definitely you will raise up your production value, the budget, you will do a better story, the competitions that to make it each other better.
Yeah.
This is a lot of improvement lately, I can see.
Joanne, tell me one thing. You distribute films also,
Yeah.
You're distributing films which you have not produced.
Yeah.
But what are the main criteria you see before distributing that film that this is commercially viable in Malaysia and outside of Malaysia?
Distributions and producing is two different things. Distribution part I do is actually basically that the film is ready on the table. I will just pick whatever films that I wish to and look at the story. So I will just normally to pick the right one. I'll pick the right one to the current local audience demand basically. Like for example, lately there's a films called the Hong Kong title, Paul Taeyuk. What's the name of the English? It's a Hong Kong title basically.
Okay.
We hit 18 million box office.
Wow.
Yeah, which is I can see that wow, it's a surprisingly that we can hit 18 millions. It's a Hong Kong title, and so that means distribution is a quite good challenging. As long as you pick the right one, you will hit and you will make profit from there. And producing is is actually a different things. Is from zero, nothing to become something. So that will be a process. takes you a year or 2 years, when the time when you release, it may not be a trending subject or story. So that will be a big risk. Distributions is no risk. You watch a film, you like it, you pick, and you pay the MG. Yeah, you release it in the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that can be any market, not only just in Malaysia.
Yeah, not just only Malaysia. Maybe like if I buy the films that I will like covering a different territory. Yeah, different country.
So, now that OTT is everywhere, everybody, pretty much everyone is watching OTT, Disney Plus and Amazon and Netflix. How has it changed the landscape for Malaysian films?
I think it's a positive. It's expanded our distribution channel after theoretical release. With the OTT platform, it helps a lot, and we can reach out the bigger audience internationally, not just for local. This is one of my always that I make films is not just for the local industry people. I really wanted to reach out to the worldwide, international. So that's why with the OTT platform, it's able for me to go far, to go a bit farther, not just for local. Yeah. So which is very good. It's a positive.
So
to all the
and
filmmakers.
also the taste of audiences have changed also.
Yeah.
Because of that, because there are so many options.
Yeah.
And means they are open to so much of content being given to them on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, a lot of option choice when you turn on your Netflix, turn on your Disney Plus, you can see all different title internationally. I can watch a Hindi film, Malaysian, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan. You can have a variety of selections in there.
So tell me one thing, Miss, what is the difference between distributing films locally and internationally? What is the main difference between that?
Actually, to me, it's no different. It's just purely looking at the story and where you want to place the films in the cinema. Where? Malaysia or will go international? So that definitely there is the, even though the local film, there is a demand, not just international. It depends on where you want to go and who is the audience, who is your target audience, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your 8-year-old baby,
Yeah.
Miffest.
Yep.
How did you bring this international level film festival, the whole, idea and also execution, and how have you built it up in the last 8 years?
Malaysia International Film Festival, we started with the international content. That's why we call Malaysia International Film Festival. We are receiving films from international, not just for local Malaysia, or even though in Asia, we are taking films from international in everywhere. And we already brands it international way. And how I place Miffest in international stage, and this is the question. And I has been traveling since the year one until now. It's been showcasing or showing Miffest, the throughout the progress. And we are trying to curate, because a film festival, we need a good program.
Yep.
That means we need a good curator.
Yep.
And my curator will go visit Big Four Film Festival every year. And we will actually go there and try to searching for films. And also we do a lot of networking with the filmmaker. We are looking forward those filmmaker that you have a new films, please come to Miffest, because we wanted to have international premiere, and this is important. And we are not just looking at the international premiere. Of course, there is must be a good story, good movie. And our festival are very different from others. Is I think in Asia, Miffest is actually kind of having a good status, if I look at it, because last year end Screen Daily actually mentioned that the World Film Festival, Miffest is in the list.
Wow.
Means that we are being noticed, being seen, and every year there's a lot of films that submitted to Miffest, especially 8 editions this year. And up until now, we have about 600 over film submission.
Wow.
Yeah, from the first year, 100 over film submissions, up to now, we already have a 600 over. It's quite amazing numbers that we receive. And we do have the selection committee to pick the films. And yeah,
That's great. I think that
Yeah.
for an 8-year-old
Baby,
film festival,
yeah.
it's working like a 50-year-old person.
We put so much effort and we wanted the festival grow fast
Yeah.
because we started late. Malaysia, now today I can say we have a film festival. 8 years old, doesn't matter. But from the 1 years old baby until 8 years old, to me it's quite a long journey.
No, and also
But I want to make it like in a short time, I want to make it success.
No, another thing is you're bringing in big names also. And that is what makes it much better than all the other ones. Means you got Corrida last year.
Yeah.
That was, it's not bad luck. I couldn't come there because we were shooting a film.
Right.
But that is the kind of inclusion of these big names will definitely make it much bigger. And I'm really happy that you're doing this.
Thank you.
For Malaysia as well as for producers and directors who are not able to take it to other countries. I think Miffest.
Yeah, I actually so proud of it that we are able to invite such a renowned filmmaker, directors, come all the way to Malaysia and to share their experience. And we actually do the masterclass with those renowned directors and filmmakers, actors, giving a talk, sharing to the local industry. So I think this is quite good that, it's kind of like a cultural exchange. And we will look at that, how they success in what way. And we understand in deep on each individual filmmakers.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the day when Scorsese comes here.
Yeah, I wish to have him as well.
I'll be his chaperone, don't worry.
No,
if he comes
definitely one day it will be someone that, the big one from Hollywood. So me too, I'm looking for these days to be arrive. Yeah, hoping something
It'll
happen.
happen.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So how do you position Miffest, in the global scheme of things, the global festival, the market there is? How is Miffest positioned in all these festivals?
I cannot positioning that how Miffest right now that in what positions, but definitely Miffest, it can be a very one of the world international. We can say that it's been like fixing in the calendar of the World Film Festival, and as you know that all filmmakers, they are making a films, they will go for the festival marathon. So they will put Miffest is part of the in the filmmaker marathon. It's actually kind of like appreciate and happy with that. The kind of like a filmmaker select. Of course, that they will look at their genre, look at their movie, especially the ASEAN, Southeast Asia movie. Definitely, they will be consider Miffest is one of their important film festival to showcase their work. And beside that, they're using the film festival platform to do their sales, networking, and this is important. So I cannot say that Malaysia International Film Festival have already in international competing with those big four title in the world. But I think I'm more than happy that we are stand quite firm, especially in Asia, especially in Southeast Asia. Yeah.
So what is the selection process for film getting selected at Miffest?
We have a criteria, and the most important thing is we are actually getting a new director, which is less than 3 films in directing.
As in
so
the festival
eligible,
director?
yeah. We encourage a new director. To be part of the in competition sections. We have a competition sections and non-competition sections. So in the competition way, we will have the feature, full length, 60 minutes and above, and the new director.
Okay.
Yeah, and also the film must be producing on that particular year. Like for example, this year 2025, means that the film must be making last year 2024 to 2025.
Yeah.
So that must be a new films. Yeah.
That's the good, because it's fresh. It's still not in the it's still not in the theaters.
Yes.
And means people will be able to watch it first
Yeah.
at Miffest.
And also supporting a new director, basically a
Yeah.
new filmmaker.
And that is
Yeah.
very important, because
Yeah.
new directors need that kind of support, that kind of
Exactly.
assurance. That
Yeah.
they are
For
doing the right thing.
assurance. Yeah. Right.
And is there, you see, what we have seen by sending our films to film festival is that every festival has a theme, every theatre has an agenda. Like for Cannes is a different thing, Tribeca is different, and Sundance is different. Is there a particular theme/agenda for Miffest when they select the film?
Actually, Miffest is we are more focusing on the independent filmmaker. We are not taking a big blockbuster marvelous films to the participate in our
They already made their
competitions.
millions.
Exactly. So we're actually more focusing on the newcomer, new director, and indie filmmaker, and this is our directions basically. Yeah.
That is what film festivals are all about, to
Yeah.
basically support
Exactly.
the independent cinema.
Yeah.
Because commercial, they will already
They already,
got all the support
they might go to Oscar, but not
Yeah.
Miffest, yeah. So this is basically that our criteria. And then team, every year we have a different team. And this year, 8 editions, we are talking about the team we are already being fixed, called Infinity.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Are you
Infinity.
making this announcement on this podcast for the first time?
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
first time that I announced that. But of course that still in the progress, and we make it 8 Infinity, and we actually at this point of time people are facing difficulty in making film as it's like the past 2 years. You can see that OTT platform open close, yeah. You can see a lot of changes. Unemployment rate are getting higher,
Yep.
and it's getting so difficult to get funding making a movie. So I'm using the team of Infinity to giving them a infinity hope
Lovely.
and infinity courage to the filmmaker. So basically Miffest are giving them a good platform. You can utilize the platforms to do the networking, sales, and bring your films to the film festival, and trying to sharing. It's a sharing ground for the
Great.
filmmaker.
Great.
So that's why Infinity is actually for me, it's giving me a courage as well to continue making a good film festival, and trying to do making more opportunity and giving such a bigger impact to support the filmmakers. So that's why Infinity Hope is also part of my mantra. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's a lovely mantra. I
Yeah.
think that's what new filmmakers need,
Yeah.
that kind of infinity hope, and
Yeah, I need hope. I need courage as well, because I jump out from the chairman or founder point of view for the Miffest. I also a EP and the producer, so I need a lot of courage.
You're getting your hands dirty.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's why.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But how is it? How is Miffest supporting the local industry professionals and filmmakers, apart from getting their films onto the festival?
Basically, Miffest is just the platform, helping the local industry people to screen their films during the festival period, to actually educate and getting more people to actually watching their films, watching their work. So we, as a platform, as a film festival platform to the local industry, and we also curate, organize a film talk. We are getting a renowned the filmmaker to be giving a talk or masterclass for the local industry to attend, which is this is a priceless.
Yeah.
We are able to get someone that big name to come to Malaysia and do a lot of sharing insight. So this is a call priceless, which
Yeah,
I
it
will
is. If you get a one-on-one with Korea, means you,
Exactly.
as a filmmaker, you're pretty much
And also
done.
through the film festival, I bring in a lot of a good movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think the local Malaysian, not every movie you are able to see.
Yeah.
So through the film festival, you are able to watch a lot of new films, a lot of films that you never being able to watch it in Malaysia. Festival time, you are able to have a good movie. Yeah.
So, what are the challenges do you face in organizing this Miffest every year in Malaysia?
The biggest challenge still censorship and financial support, because basically each individual films that we have to go through the proper censorship of Malaysia, and we have to dealing with a lot of LPF.
I was just going to
Yeah.
ask you that question. So, all the films which are there in the film festival have to go through LPF?
Yeah, have to go through LPF, because before you on screen at the our GSC,
Yeah.
you have to get all those cert to approve by the LPF censorship board. So they will give you a report on each individual film. There might be a lot of censored, a lot of cards,
Yeah.
and as you can see that festival films are not able. The director so reluctant to give you a card, nowhere. So we have to do some of the how to say that, the helping them to blur the scene, to mute the sound. We have to do a lot of things
That's
to
sad.
pass through the censorship. Yeah, this is one of the biggest challenge. And the second biggest challenge is financial, because organizing a film festival is really a big budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So we spend a lot of money to make the festival happen in the subtle way and also in a glamour way, especially during the award nights.
Yeah.
You
The red
need to do
carpet
the
costs a
broadcast.
lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money and promotion. So that's why I'm doing very hard to looking for the private sector sponsors. Some government funding comes in to make this,
Bigger,
to make it
yeah.
true. Yeah.
And also, how do you engage the audiences? Because, people have this, mental block, okay, film festival, there'll be certain kind of film, and you want more and more people to come and engage and watch and be there for the master classes, How do you engage with them? How do you ask them to come and participate in the film festival?
It's getting better and better from the first year until now. Like on the 7 editions, we grow a lot, the numbers. Our occupancy rate in the cinema hall is 71% compared to the previous, the first 2 editions. And how we do it is through the educations. We educate them. We give them a very cheap ticket price, 10 ringgit, to enjoy the films. Or even though accreditations, we are going to give out accreditation free for the students. And we even go to the university. We're giving a talk, we are giving a sharing. So for them to join the festival, you are in the student of filmmaking, you should come to enjoy the films and to attend the master class. So this is how we actually cultivate them, to ask them to make it, to be there. And of course that the program must be very good to attract them to make it. So that's why in the film festival, we are not just only artists, very artistic point of view, and we are not just only pick up the artistic film, and in there is a commercial film as well with the star.
Yeah.
People will look at the star, when good director, with a good star, they will make it.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to be adjust on the program to make it more interesting, to attract the student will come. Because movie, it talk about new generations.
Yeah.
We don't look back to the age. We are look at the age. So we are trying to cultivate the youngster.
The younger ones.
The younger one, yeah.
I think that those are the minds which needs to be cultivated rather than because they are so polluted with the TikToks and the reels in their head.
Exactly.
So they need to see a proper film to...
Yeah, I'm still believe watch film must be watched in the cinema.
Yeah, it is.
Not on the small screen or not at the sofa.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is my still in an old-fashioned way. Go cinema,
but
go theater.
it's working. It's working. You're seeing 71% occupancy in the theater.
Yeah, it's getting better actually.
It's really
yeah,
good. It's really good. So what are your future plans with Miffest? How are you taking the new edition this year and the following years? How are you trying to make it better than what has been done in the past?
Make it better in a way of programming. We must have a good selections of film. I think this year even better, and compared to the last year, 50 films, I think this year we could reach out up to 60 maybe. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm trying to create more masterclass, film talk, film sharing. This is part of the festival deal, basically. We must make it more in an attractive way. And I trying to expand more into a project market in the near future. Because I think project market is for the local filmmaker, storyteller. There is a space for them to share their story, to get the investor, to try to get the platform support or whoever. So that's why that will be my next objective, to have the project market.
Great. Thank you so much, Joanne, for
Thank
coming
you.
and sharing such amazing stuff. And we wish you all the best for Miffest this year. And I hope to see you there, because I will be there. I will definitely come and watch all the great stuff you're bringing this year to Malaysia. Thank you so much again.
Thank
for coming.
you for having me. And stay tuned in Miffest 8 editions this year. Is in July 19 until 27.
Great.
So mark your calendar, make
Will do
yourself
that.
available.
I'm blocking it right away.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot of good movie and a lot of good master classes upcoming. Stay tuned.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Joanne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was Joanne Goh addressing key questions about film production, distribution, and Miffest. She has been pushing the envelope to elevate Malaysian films and talents onto the global stage. We have great confidence in her vision and efforts. Thank you for watching, and until the next episode, keep stewing.